Hey there, Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, Scorpio Rising. It's Maggie. Welcome to Moonlit Waters. Today we're going to take a look at your Intuitive Monthly Astrology Planner for the month of March. It is the weekly astrology, just 4 weeks all put together on the same one. We start off with the week of February 28th through March 6th with the moon in Aquarius. And you have spellbound, soul alignment, release, and protection. I am not even surprised to see this for so many reasons. Before I begin the readings, I always call in the spirit guide teams for each of the signs, and for you guys, the room filled up. And it came with the grandmothers, which they generally don't show up for every sign. They came flying in, some really high vibrational energy, and they said it was because you guys are going with the North Node in your sign through a real period of growth and transformation with a deep releasing. And so the soul alignment and release and protection and spellbound. So here's what I really want to encourage you to do is to remember throughout this month of March. The energy is pretty strong. It's pretty potent. And to stay very connected to your spirit guide team, to stay connected to your own intuitive knowingness. That's how you connect with your spirit guide team, is through your heightened intuition. And really allowing this. This is a week, the first week of March is definitely about planting seeds and nurturing relationships and projects. But for you guys, this feels more like a whole month kind of energy where you are going to be really doing some serious soul evolving and work. We've got that new moon coming up on Wednesday of this week in Pisces, and Pisces is the 12th sign of the zodiac, and that is definitely about the releasing and letting go in order to spiritually transform. And so there's a lot of really great energy around that for you, and I can't encourage you enough to really feel into it. So the early part of the day on Monday has this energy for great problem solving. It's great for brainstorming, and maybe it's your brainstorming with spirit. But there's definitely a lot of problem-solving energy going with this. I want you to notice, though, the purple, right? This is the crown chakra. Really allow yourself in, and it's got, okay, so you can't really see this, but it's a flower that's got a bunch of little flowers. And so it feels like an expansion of your crown chakra. And so this brainstorming could be getting the downloads from your spirit guide team, or it could be that when you are talking to other people, communicating with other people, things they say will send you off and you go, oh, and it's like going down the rabbit hole, but it's opening up your crown chakra more and allowing yourself to receive more and more information, which is really great. I do want to take just a second here before I get into that moon in Pisces to ask you to hit the thumbs up and to notice that there is an opportunity to receive a free reading for the equinox that's coming up. The details are in the description box below, but really all you have to do is just leave me a comment, and that's how you get in. Okay, so Tuesday is Fat Tuesday. We've got the moon in Pisces, we've got the sun in Pisces, that is a lot, and we've got Jupiter and Neptune there. That's a lot of very expansive energy. So if you don't want to expand your waistline, pay attention to that. It's a real danger, I think, for overindulging this particular Fat Tuesday. So moon in Pisces, very, very busy. Venus is finally into new territory. She's been hanging out in Capricorn now for over 4 months. She has been very, very busy. Now she's at 26 degrees and 29 minutes. She has to talk to Pluto one more time, but Mars and Venus are holding hands. Mars is one of your co-ruling signs, planets, right? Mars and Pluto rule your sign. And so they're all about to have a conversation about what is of value to you, self-worth, self-esteem, finances. But it's Capricorn, if you are Scorpio rising, is your third house of communication. And so this is very much about how you communicate, I think, with yourself and with your spirit guide team. I think it's about how you communicate your wants, needs, and desires out into, they're saying, the universe, which is really interesting. Okay, so so the universe it's multi-layered, right? It's the universe of the place that you live, and then where you work, and then your community. There's many kinds of universes, but I feel like it's threading out into the universe. So this is asking for what you want with this new moon. That new moon happens at 12 degrees and 7 minutes of Pisces. And it happens at 12:35 p.m. About an hour before that happens, Mercury, which is in Saturn, are going to be in conjunction at 11:33 a.m. Those are portal numbers, right? The 11 is a portal, a gateway. 33, that is the creative creator energy, right? And that is the Empress energy. That is the divine feminine energy of really creating, stepping through the portal. So there's conversations happening just an hour before this new moon, and the new moon is a Cassini new moon. So really it's happening a half hour before the Cassini part starts, which is a half hour before till a half hour after. And this is a very potent day. So take some time. The moon's going to conjunct with Jupiter before the end of the day. So take some time at some point to sit down and really consider what it is you want, because you guys have been going through some stuff. It's really weird. Usually when the South Node is in a sign, I worry about that sign. Can they handle it? Are they going to be able to manage the energy? You guys, I think you are so ready to do this work, to let go and move forward. You have the optimism card. So whether or not you are feeling it, try to feel optimistic. It says, after each rainstorm, there will be clear skies. So South Node in your sign is very difficult energy to be in, but you guys are the masters at transforming, at transmuting, they're saying. So they're releasing and letting go, the letting it's the autumn, right? When the leaves fall and now they're breaking down. And now the nutrients are going into the soil. And the more you let things go, the more fertile the playing field you have to manifest new things. You have the African violet. African violets are that color. And it's a spirituality. It is time to connect with what you believe. Spirit is really looking for your time and attention right now. Really looking for it, and I think you will be greatly rewarded with that. While the moon is still in Pisces on Thursday, we've got Mars that rules your sign, conjuncting exactly with Pluto that rules your sign. That happens at 3:43 in the a.m. I just cannot encourage you enough to really pay attention to your dreams, the ones you have while you're asleep, the ones you have while you're awake. Venus is going to conjunct Pluto on Thursday. The moon is going to conjunct Pluto on Thursday. The moon is going to the moon is going to conjunct Neptune, not Pluto. But it's going to sextile Pluto, Venus, and Mars. There is so much. A sextile is the energy of making choices and decisions, while Neptune wants to expand it. You choose your path. Spirit's got your back. That's what that feels like. It's very strong. It's a very potent energy. There is reason for optimism, whether or not you recognize that. It feels like it's your choice. Do you choose to believe in yourself? And do you choose to believe that you are going somewhere? Allowing yourself to release in order to come into alignment. You are being protected through this process. The moon's going to move into Aries at 7:52 p.m. I'm laughing because you got the communication card. Venus has been working this hard. This communication card says, I communicate from my heart and love surrounds me and protects me. This is communication with those in your sphere of influence, those that you're in their sphere of influence, and spirit. It's really important. But this communication is so key when we get to Friday. Friday leads into a very romantic, passionate kind of energy for the weekend. So the people in your life that really matter to you, or the creative project that you're working on, or whatever the big goal or the big dream is, you can get a lot of stuff done if you find what you enjoy and communicate that to the people that need to know it in order to progress a situation forward. So we've got Mars and Venus both moving into Aquarius on Sunday morning. They get there 1:23 in the morning, Mars does, and then Venus 7 minutes later at 1:30 in the morning. They come into exact conjunction. So it's like they're holding hands, and then they go in for the kiss at 2:12 in the morning. And so this is very romantic, energy of being on the same page. Being on the same page, like-minded energy is what it feels like. At the same time, well, not the same time, but just a couple hours later, at 3 o'clock in the morning, the moon's going to move into Taurus. If there was a day to sleep in and hang out with your significant other, I would go with that Sunday morning. Taurus has that sensuous energy, right? Gets into all the senses. I just think it is a good time to be a little lazy in bed and that you will truly enjoy it. So allow yourself that opportunity. All right, let's take a look at the next week. We start out the next week here, the 7th of March through the 13th with the moon in Taurus. And that moon in Taurus is if you are Scorpio rising in your 7th house of partnership. This is a week I don't want you to miss the fun. This is sweet energy this week, and next week, this is the week to have fun. So the moon is going to be in the energy of choice, deciding, making decisions. Do I go this way or that way? With Jupiter, the Sun, and Neptune. So they all want to expand things out. That moon is going to conjunct the North Node. Which direction do you want to go in? It's going to square off with Saturn, as in what is the right structure? Where should the boundaries be placed? It's going to square off with Mercury, thinking its way through it. How do we create the structures that work for us? And it's going to be opposing South Node in your sign. What do we need to let go of in order to build the structure, the solid foundation for what it is that I want to expand and grow and change and transform in my life? Very potent energy to start off the week, but it still has this sweetness about it. There's a lot of sweetness to it because the sun is in Pisces, and the sun in Pisces is in the energy of sextile with all of this, and so it makes it a nice, easy flow. And for you, the fellow water sign, that is trine, that is nice flow energy. And the moon and the sun in Pisces is, if you are a Scorpio rising, is your house of fun and romance and creation. Children, projects, what do you want out of life? This is the creative energy coming in. That moon in Taurus, you have here heart home, compassion. What feels like home to you? This is about having compassion for yourself, and as you are moving through this transitional phase, having compassion for others as they adjust to the changes that are going on in you. Changes are going on with you, and you know, as a fixed sign, that change isn't easy if you aren't the one that initiates it. But when the North Node gets into your opposition and your South Node is in your sign, changes are happening. There's no way that things are not shifting and changing, and not everyone is going to be fully receptive to those changes. And there is a necessity for you to be compassionate for the fact that I'm not asking you to change your mind because you need to make changes. There's so much pressure to. I'm asking you, Spirit is asking you to be compassionate with the people around you that are going to have to adjust. So stay in the higher vibrational energy. They're saying, don't be mean. Don't. Okay, they just showed me the Scorpio tail. Okay, so don't. There's a nice way and there's a mean way to do things. And a nice way is to communicate clearly, set your boundaries. State what it is that you want, what you're planning to do, but you don't need to be mean about it. And but being fully and completely authentic and truthful matters here. Really matters. We have the moon moving into Gemini at 1:40 p.m. on Tuesday. That morning hours, though, leading up into this, with that moon still in Taurus, it's going to conjunct the North Node that day. And it's going to trine with Pluto. So this is energy around making those big changes, but this is business energy. Great for business, because once that moon moves into Mercury, it's going to trine Mars and Venus and Saturn. and Mercury by the, you know, so it's trying to create, a conversation with, how do we build a structure? How do we make a plan? So, networking, marketing, business planning, very great energy around being able to figure out these structures that are happening for you, although it feels like it has a lot to do with what's going on in your home life, because all that energy going on in Aquarius, if you're a Scorpio rising, is your 4th house of home, and that says heart home. So definitely feel that. In Gemini, though, it's your 8th house of transformation. It is transforming a situation, is growing something, is creating something new. Mercury's going to move into Pisces, which is, again, that trine energy for you at 8:32 p.m. on Wednesday. As though your intuition is now amazing, it's going to amplify. It's going to amplify that inner voice, that intuition. It is a time to manifest magic because the sun is there. You're going to manifest it by really tuning into what information you're getting. We still have the moon trining that energy there throughout the day on Thursday, so it's practical problem solving, following your intuition in order to create what you really want here. That heart, home, compassion is coming back up here. So I think this is definitely about you forgiving yourself, first and foremost, always, for what you perceive to have been mistakes that you've made in your life. Because here's the truth. We come here as a soul to grow and evolve. I think Scorpio gets this more than most. There's no right or wrong. There's just choice. And each choice, it's like you're walking down a path, and the path has, you can go this way, you can go that way. The truth is, it doesn't matter which way you go. Each one will have lessons. And then you end up back here, and you make a choice. It is, do I go this lesson or that lesson? But you always come back. You're never off the path. It kind of reminds me of, when I'm driving from Michigan to Florida, and I get to Atlanta, and the worst thing in the world is driving through Atlanta. Oh, God. I don't care. I've been there at 8 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday and been stuck behind an accident for hours thinking, what, really? So the thing about it is they have the bypass, and you can go one way or you can go the other, but they both go around the city. They have different views. There's different traffic patterns. One's a little longer than the other, but then they come back and they merge back onto I-75, and I just keep moving. I'm never off the path. I'm just choosing, and that's what life is about. That is the evolution of the soul process. So one way or the other, one can be more frustrating than, but it's not wrong. There's no right or wrong, just choice. And you have here the pelican. Choose to follow the path of forgiveness and raise your vibration. If you choose to go with the heart, home, and compassion, it's the shorter path. It's the easier path. But it doesn't matter, because should you choose to not do that, you will still get where you're supposed to go. It delays the process. You have the white turkey. The power to heal the earth is within you. You heal the earth by helping. When you raise your vibration, you help to raise the vibration of the planet, which helps the vibration of the universe. It's that, again, it's that networking going out. This is on a very spiritual level. So, really an interesting time for you over the next 18 months. Choose to forgive yourself. When you forgive yourself for making a choice that was a learning and growing experience, then, you get to keep going. And everything moves in cycles, right? And so if you allow yourself the cycles, you start elevating and you have a higher perspective, you can go, yeah, look what I learned. And then you keep going, because that's what it's about. So moon moves into Cancer. Again, a fellow water sign, very supportive energy for you. It's trining Mercury in Pisces on Friday. So again, this inner work I'm bringing into alignment, your divine masculine, divine feminine energies, this heightened intuition. That moon's going to trine with Jupiter and the sun and Neptune. It is a lot of energy. I think it might be hard to feel motivated to physically do things. I think it's a very spiritual weekend for you. And go ahead and take it easy because we have daylight savings time coming up on Sunday. So why not sleep in a little bit and allow yourself to rest up? And so spend some time talking to spirit, meditating. I don't know. Journaling is channeling. So you have here, you are being helped and consult an expert. More information is needed. Contact someone with expertise in this area, and heaven is working behind the scenes to help you even if you don't see the results. So whatever you're working on in the practical 3D world, things are being moved around and into position. Whatever you're working on in the spiritual realm, things are being moved around and put into position. So connecting with your higher self. There is no better mentor than your higher self. You came here with a game plan. Your higher self knows what it is. But if there is some practical 3D world issue that you're looking at, the weekend might be a really good time to try to figure out who can help you, right? With the moon trining. So the moon, if you're Scorpio rising, is in the house of higher knowledge, learning, being taught, teaching. That is going to be trining Mercury that wants to gather information, right? So it might be a really good time to find out, to do the research, to figure out what it is that you need. So pay attention to how you feel about that whole situation. Let's take a look at the next week, the 14th through the 14th through through the 20th. Okay, so late in the afternoon on Sunday, the moon got into Leo. And coming up on this really tough week, it was really important. So it's really important on Sunday, the 13th, that even though it's kind of a lazy day, that you get your ducks in a row before you go to bed at night, because you've lost that hour of sleep, you're not going to have a great start on Monday morning, right? We're always a little sluggish when the time changes. And so the more things you get set up, the more you're going to want to, because that energy on Monday and Tuesday is really tough. Power struggles all over the place. The moon in Leo squares your sign. It's going to square Uranus, and it's going to square Venus and Mercury and Saturn up there in Aquarius. And so this is very frustrating energy. This is where things can really get so stuck that they explode. I keep seeing, every time I get to this, I keep seeing the volcano. I feel like there's going to be eruptions happening around you. It may not be you because you're stuck in that square energy and you don't really get the outlet point. Most signs have a T-square where there's an outlet point, but because you're right here, that's like stuck energy. Really, I think you're irritated. I think you're frustrated. I think that you don't exactly know what. So this is a good time to consult that expert. So make that call on that thing that you were trying to figure out so you can maybe determine which way to go. This is very explosive energy and annoying and difficult. It is a power struggle. It feels like everybody's like tugging at everything. Man, you have great cards. You do have the Artichoke Dragon, which says guarded. So I do think that you have your guard up. It sounds ridiculous. I'm talking to Scorpio. Of course you have your guard up. But that might be okay this time. It might be okay to guard yourself against everybody else having the power struggle. However, you have an opportunity to really create something here. You have the Eggplant Dragon, which says fun, and the Kiwi Dragon, which says fertile. I can't help but notice that those two cards together make me think you could get pregnant. So if that is not something you want, you might want to use a little protection. FYI. If you want to, be a great weekend for it. So, yeah, that just feels, I feel like the best way for you to navigate this energy is to find the humor in the fact that the more you can distance yourself from what's going on around you and look for the joy in the small moments, I think that you can really grow something great for yourself. But there's definitely a need to watch out. It is a pressure cooker week. It just really is. All right, so Wednesday, the moon moves into Virgo. It's getting ready to go to that full moon stage. Gets there at 12:59 in the morning. This is the energy of choice for you. It's sextile energy of making choices and decisions and where you want to take your life next. What do you want to do with it? There's still this struggling energy that most of the world will be under, but this is kind of a nice flow of energy for you because even though the moon is opposing Mercury, but the moon is sextile to you. Mercury is trining you. It is as though you're going to know how to communicate in a way to create what it is you want. I think you actually navigate this energy much better than most of the signs will. I think this is not that bad, but around you, the tension's going to be building and for a release. Look at this. I don't know what's going on with you. I don't know what you're trying to create. You have the fertile energy here, and you have it again. You have the cattail, which says spread seeds. It's like the dandelion puff when you blow on it and they go everywhere. And you have trust in your efforts, the tulip, and spirit is about. So whatever you're trying to do here, there is an opportunity here for you to do something amazing, to really grow something. So this feels like what's really cool about this is also releasing energy, right? So this full moon happens at 27 degrees and 40 minutes of Virgo. That trines the North Node in Taurus, and it's in sextile energy with the South Node because they're at 27, 26 degrees right there. So this is energy that for you is about if you are willing to release and let go of it almost feels like something that you've been wanting to do. It doesn't feel like letting go of a negative situation so much. It feels more like leveling up, releasing out into the universe. So let's say, for instance, you've been working on a website and you haven't really been, you're working on a website and this might be the energy. Yeah. Maybe you set it to go live because the moon's going to then move into communication-oriented Libra really early in the morning, though. So I almost would make it go live right after that. Right after that happens, I would actually set it to go live right around 4 o'clock in the morning Eastern Standard Time, so that it is supported by transformative Pluto, which rules your sign. That is some pretty potent energy there to release something, to communicate something, to take something to spread your seeds. It feels very much like networking, right, when it's spread the seeds. So you also have the Perseverance card that came out, the motivation to keep going despite the odds. Oh, gosh, and it kind of looks like the sign of Pluto there. So keep moving, keep reaching out, keep communicating. I feel like communication is a big key here to get what it is that you want. You've got so much support going on here. That moon in Libra is going to help bring things into balance a little bit and bring some answers. It's going to trine Venus and Mars and Saturn on Saturday, which is definitely great for problem-solving energy. Venus is going to square with Uranus. There's a lot of pressure to create change. As she keeps moving, she's going to end up conjuncting with the North Node soon. I'll have to look and see when that is. It's not this month, though. So you have, to use this Libra energy, you have meditation to see more clearly. Close your eyes. That Mercury in Pisces as really, really supporting you. Really supporting you. And we still have the sun there over the weekend. So you got the sun conjuncting with Neptune, and you've got Mercury coming through. Really trust your intuition. Yours is so good. There is no reason to not trust it. So this problem solving, this creative problem solving, do it with spirit. And follow your intuition and follow your inner guidance. It's really going to benefit you. That moon's going to square with Pluto first thing in the morning on Sunday. And so, you know, that's a big piece of this. That's a big piece of it. So, Sunday, equinox, 11:33 a.m. Again, that portal energy. The same portal energy we had a couple weeks ago. And I don't know if I mentioned it to you because I do so many videos. I can't remember what I say and what I don't say. But when Mercury conjunct Saturn on the new moon, it was at 11:33 a.m. Spring equinox is at 11:33 a.m. And that's just as the sun moves into Aries. And so this is the balance. In 11 is a 2, right? Balance. You got 2 3s. There's balance to be found. There's a portal into creative energy. And I can't stress enough. Get outside, get some energy balanced by getting outside. The moon's going to move into your sign at 11:45 a.m. There's a lot of support for you happening here. So, again, if you want to get your free equinox reading, make sure you comment on this video so that you'll be in the drawing for it. And we'll take a look at the next 6 months for you. You guys have a bunch of cards that came out. I'm going to cover this on the next week, so let me just timestamp this and we'll go into the next week, which is the 21st through the 27th, and 21st through the 27th. Okay, so moon in Scorpio. This is a really tense week. You need to pay attention to the details. The devil's in the details, literally. That Mercury is going to conjunct Neptune. This is very manipulative energy. And you can be in a manipulative sign. So I think part of it is making the choice and the decision to fall on the right side of this. One, you won't be manipulated. You'll see it coming. That's the great news. Try not to use this, as I used to tell my kids, use your superpowers for good and not evil, okay? So, manipulating things aren't always a bad thing, right? Sometimes we manipulate a situation, which would be like you're trying to finesse a situation in order to have an outcome that is really good. So, like you're putting together furniture and the screw pre-drilled hole isn't exactly where it's supposed to be, and you have to kind of manipulate things to get it to move, to make it fit, to make it work. In that case, it's a good thing, right? So there's manipulation in of itself is not a bad thing. Manipulating people for personal gain at their detriment is a horrible thing. There's such low vibrational energy, and you guys are being asked not to be in that energy, especially with the South Node there, right? So, doing things that generate an outcome that is for the best and the highest good of the people that are concerned, that get things on track, that's great. But if you're doing it for personal gain at the detriment of others, try to stay away from that energy. That's a challenge for you guys your entire life because you're naturally gifted with the ability to influence outcomes. So, Mercury is going to conjunct Jupiter on Monday, pay attention to your dreams. It's going to trine, the moon's going to trine this energy. So, intuitive problem solving at its best, at its very best. And you've got the moon opposing Uranus, and the outlet point is Mars conjunct your ruler, right? Conjunct Venus, conjunct Saturn. So much stuff can come to light with this energy through using your intuition. The moon's going to trine Neptune before it gets out of there on Tuesday. It's going to be in sextile energy with Pluto. So this is really easy energy to work in. I think you can get a lot done. Mars is going to square Taurus, though, at 4:44 p.m. on Tuesday. Change is just itching to happen. 444, angel number. This is divinely guided change. That moon has moved into Sagittarius at 2:59 p.m. on Tuesday, right before this happens. And so this is very optimistic energy to create change. But the moon in Sagittarius is going to irritate the crap out of Uranus. It's going to be in the energy of choice with Mars. And so it's almost as though you're feeling the energy to really irritate something to create change. They just showed me a pearl. So irritants can create beautiful things when they change, right? A pearl, it's a grain of sand, irritates the oyster, and it covers it with the mucus, creates something very valuable. And so this is change that could really be beneficial. You guys have great cards. Super excited. Okay, you have love where you are. Use your sensitivity to know when to act. Connect your heart to your head when determining what you would like. This is how you use manipulation to benefit. You have rediscovering your zeal. Pay attention to the passion you are feeling for discovering, learning, exploration, spirituality, travel, your work, or your relationship. Passion and desire go together, especially as inspiration. This is a very inspirational energy that you're in. When you seek joy, you seek the easier path. You're always on your path. You remember the choice of chain, right? Like one is joyful, or I can't say it's totally joy, but when you seek the joy, you're on the easier inflow path, and you have enjoyed the journey. They're asking you to seek the joy. So enjoy, right? It has the word joy right in it. Enjoy the journey. Enter into the joy, they're saying. Enter into the joy for the journey. Wow, that's really cool. Okay, stay present and flexible. I never thought of that. I love being in channel. It's the coolest thing. Okay, stay present and flexible. Many changes are going on for you and around you. These changes are not only good, but necessary. Bring your awareness into the now rather than focusing on the past or the future. So in every now moment, enter into the joy. That's how you stay on the easier path. That's it. The right bypass around Atlanta. All right, so let's take a look at what's going on here. That moon in Sagittarius. Okay, lots of truths will be coming to light. And it is on Wednesday that we have that conjunction of Mercury with Neptune, exact, but I mean, that energy's there all week long. And again, so with that moon squaring off against that energy, I think a lot of stuff comes to light. I think a lot of people get found out. I think a lot of truth becomes exposed. So heads up on that. All right, you have here, you have the bear spirit, which is healing. Spirit's got your back. And then you've got protection, the stag spirit. You're being protected through this process of growing and changing, of transmuting, of choosing. There's a healing process here that's going on, and you are being helped. Remember, you're being helped. Just be compassionate for yourself. Again, it's about forgiving yourself, right? When you don't hold yourself, like, hold it against you, whatever you've done, right? Bring your awareness to the present. Choose joy. You'll be fine. All right, Moon. Moon moves into Capricorn at 5:54 p.m. on Thursday. We have some tough energy going on. It's a very challenging day, Friday. There's a lot of reasons it's challenging. It's incredibly challenging. But the moon is going to trine explosive Uranus and Taurus. And that's around, if you're a Scorpio rising, your partnership house. So very, very difficult, challenging energy. However, Capricorn is a mountain goat with a fishtail. Using your intuition, your superpower, you can navigate and overcome these challenges a lot easier than most. So I think you start to feel like you're getting a grip on things come Saturday. I think things start to feel a little bit more under control. They want you, again, to choose joy. It says dream the world into being. When you focus on what it is your heart desires, what would make you feel at home in the heart space, that is how you get there. Focus on the joy. If you focus on the joy, you're on the right path. The moon is going to move into Aquarius at 8:55 p.m. on Saturday night. That makes Sunday a really good day for journaling, communicating, problem solving. Again, that moon is going to be coming into contact with Venus and Mars and Saturn. You know, they're all trying to get things done. Mercury, though, is going to move into Aries. So we have the Sun and Mercury, and we have the Sun in Aries, and now we have Mercury in Aries. Things are speeding up. They're getting much faster. So trying to figure out exactly what it is you want to do and what you want to create for yourself is going to be very beneficial for you. We're going to cover more of that moon in Aquarius on the next video. Just Sunday is a good day to really focus on communication and know that things are speeding up. So I look forward to communicating with you guys more about what's going on next month. So be on the lookout for that video. I also am going to put out a tarot video for you, and I'm on Facebook every day if you want a little update. And I invite you to come back and check out the weeks as you go along so you remember what you have to focus on for that week. This looks like a really interesting journey you guys are on. I'm really excited for you. It's always difficult when the South Node is in your sign. It is. Just went through that for me, and it was really hard and really rewarding. I have to say that the juice was worth the squeeze. But man, it was a tight squeeze. All right, so you guys have a good time with this energy. Have a successful month. Leave me a comment so you can be in the drawing, and I will see you on Facebook, I hope. Okay, take care.